But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out. Blah, 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 blah.
That's gotta be the most ghettoest thing I've ever seen a streamer do, bro. What is this? She ran up on there, talk, bro. What is this?
Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say.
Congrats.
Hey, that's one of the most ghettoest things you could do, bro. Like, why are you coming up on stage doing something like that? Like you're Kanye. Like, what's going on, bro? Like, what? Like, this is.
Congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. India Love for.
That just sounded like a diss. I saw that clip. That she just meant everything she said. It just sounded like a diss. It even sounded like a joke for real. And I know that's fan. That's what she does, but it just sounded like a diss.
Ruining the event.
The Streamer Awards just happened, and of course, people couldn't let the event go off perfectly. Some people had to try and gain some spotlight or gain some attention and ruin it in ways that I cannot describe. All the way from India Love going up on stage for no real reason and disrupting Valkyrie from talking, to Fan making some jokes at people very
She wasn't even supposed to be on stage, bro. What is?
uncomfortable, probably even Kaisen that, because she compared him to the likes of Diddy. But I want to go over some of the weird and crazy things that happened during the Streamer Awards. But in order to do that, you know we have to start from the very beginning. With who even are these people? What is this event? And how do we get here in the first place?
Hassan is here. Is that a vibration remote in your pocket, or are you just excited to be here?
I'll put it on you later.
That was the only joke that actually got a crowd reaction that night. That's crazy.
Going forward in this video, most of the people I am about to mention are streamers or content creators of the sort, just so I don't have to keep on repeating it. But this is the Streamer Awards, an award show held by QT Cinderella, a very popular streamer where she gets together and has awards that she hands out to a lot of the streaming community for the accomplishments that they made throughout the year. And she has awards spanning from Best Battle Royale Streamer, Best Duo Streamer to Streamer of the Year, and people all across Twitch come to celebrate. And unfortunately for her, most of these events don't go off perfectly, and we have people trying their hardest to ruin it or just take the spotlight away from people who.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem though. Everybody from Twitch comes together. Twitch at one point was separated, bro. It was the Poggers and the WNL. It was the white and Asians and the black and Hispanics. They were separated. Oh, they were beefing a bit, and now it's coming together. They're kind of mending things, coming together, but there's still that tension there. And then there's stuff that. The jokes that happen with the Poggers, it's not gonna hit with people on the WNL side, as we saw with Fan and QT, and then you got a whole bunch of people saying, "Oh, they should have won." It's a whole bunch of problems, bro. It's like it was kind of accident waiting to happen.
Actually deserve it. We have that moment perfectly illustrated by the India Love situation that happened during the Streamer Awards.
EDG, Vanilla Mace, Gwendolyn Ortiz.
And the Streamer Award goes to Adapt. Best breakout streamer. This means so much to me, and I'm so grateful, man. Thank you guys. You guys have no idea how much you have changed my life, man.
That was the Breakout Streamer Award, an award given to somebody who has gone to new heights in streaming this year, and it wasn't as popular maybe the year before that, or just really wasn't streaming. And you saw the person that won happened to be FaZe Adapt. Congrats to Adapt, by the way. I doubt he's watching this video, but still congrats to him. Well,
Yeah, he deserved it, bro. He really got a second win. A second prime happening.
Actually, losing isn't the best feeling in the entire world. You saw that the other contestants like Wendy Ortiz, Vanilla Maze, DDG, and Rakai didn't make that big of a fuss or didn't really end up doing anything. But apparently someone that was really upset that Adapt won was India Love. She decided to show everyone just how mad she was by storming the stage unannounced, unprovoked, and for no real reason to give her 2 cents to everybody that no one really asked for.
Sapphire Award, our 2023 winner, Valkyrie.
Hello. Real quick, y'all. I know Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt. And congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out. Blah, 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 blah.
That's gotta be the most ghettoest thing I've ever seen a streamer do, bro. What is this? She ran up on there, talk, bro. What is this? What is this? This gotta who allowed? Ain't nobody stopped her. Ain't nobody wondering what's going on, bro. Like, what is this? What got going on, bro? Like, this is not good looks. She said she did this because she saw Rakai's face and he was sad and everything. But I'm like, I don't think this was the way to go about it, though. This could have been the worst thing you could have done. The second worst thing. The worst thing she could have done is probably got adapt jumped or something. I don't know. But this is like what is this?
Several issues here. One, India Love is not Kanye West. And before she even went and stormed that stage, she was actually interrupting an entire award show. No one invited her. QT didn't have this as a secret surprise. There was no reason for her to be going up there. She did that of her own volition, making a complete fool and idiot of herself, and probably making the people that she's so-called trying to defend, being Rakai and DDG, upset in the process, because no one wants to be seen as a laughing stock or as someone who's associated with a person that's going to interrupt an award show purely because the people that they liked didn't win. That doesn't make anybody in the situation look good. Yes, again, it's unfortunate to not win the award, but it's way worse to have another person who represents you go up there and try to have a Will Smith moment, all because an award wasn't given to them or given to the person they like. That's why she got booed off stage. But she is not some diva or some queen that everybody was cheering for, happy to have this happen. She's just the bumbling idiot that everyone gets to point and laugh at now. And of course, we get more insight on why this happened in the first place, because there was actually someone that encouraged her to do this and talked about the aftermath when she actually came back to her seat.
Indy at the table, just me and India. She's like, I feel bad for Ricardo. I feel like I gotta say something. You're not crazy. She's like, what? You know about me? She's like, I might need another drink though. Like, okay, your drink right there. So that happens. She goes to walk up. I'm like, oh, she's dead. Chilling. Gang, you would have thought she caught a body. Like 8-10 guards pull up. 8-10 guards pull up to the spot. Say, you have to go. She's like, okay.
This is
I mean, what was supposed to happen? What was supposed to? It's like, come on, bro. It's still order though. It's a award show. I know streamers be on all types of timing, but it's still an award show. There still has to be some order. It's like,
my boy Max's cousin, someone who was also at the Streamer Awards, and as you heard, was sitting next to India Love, and basically encouraged her to go up there, not thinking that she would actually do it. Why you would encourage that act, I don't know. Why she actually did it, I don't know. But after doing so, as he said, she was escorted out by several guards. Probably because she just stormed the stage for no real reason, thinking that she was about to get a moment, but she had a bunch of people laughing at her because she's being a complete idiot and a nuisance. I don't know why we can't act like we have some actual sense while
yeah, she too old to be doing this, bro. She too old to be moving like this. Like, this is not. This is like, it's like, come on, bro. Like, come on. Like, this is not. This is not a good representation of anybody. Like, why?
at an award show, regardless if it's the Streamer Awards, the Soccer Awards, or just the awards to win a plastic water bottle, you can understand that people have regulations and things that they want to happen a certain way, and you disrupting all of that is going to get you kicked out of the event. But obviously, India Love herself doesn't see anything wrong with what she did, because when she went on her own stream, she talked about it as if she just had her own Kanye moment, and that she should basically be praised for what she had done.
Hey, you know me, I'm super. What needed to happen. I was gonna make it happen regardless. You know what's crazy though, Dez? On my life, when I went over there to go talk to Rakai, I didn't like his demeanor. Like, Rakai head was down. Rakai didn't have his light. I'm like, nah, I need to feel this. Like, I don't give a like, he just didn't have, like, Rakai's head was down. His whole, like, I didn't like that.
Now, I know I said it basically after every clip, but I think it really needs to be emphasized. She is not Kanye West. This is not the Oscars. This is an award show. Now, obviously, Rakai being one of the youngest people to be nominated for this award show.
Bro. What? 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 This is so if somebody I'm like,
He is 17 compared to all of these 20-plus-year-olds who are over here also winning it. It's gonna hit him a lot harder because he's younger doing all this. But the course of action to correct his behavior or to make him feel better isn't to go up on stage when you are not invited and tell everybody that Rakai should have actually won and that DDG got snubbed for the award when Adapt put in just as much work as all of them.
And that don't even make sense. How is two people gonna win the award? She said two people got snubbed. How two people gonna win the award? That don't even make sense. That also doesn't make sense.
By doing this, I feel like you're trying to discredit him and all the work that he's put in, and genuinely, it makes you seem like a complete idiot. And it's not gonna have anybody on your side. Even the people that you're trying to defend, like Rakai and DDG, are not over here championing you for actually doing this. They're getting on their streams and questioning why you did all of this, specifically DDG, because when he talked about it afterwards, he was literally saying, "Yeah, I had to check up on India."
I seen what India did. I checked on her, made sure she was straight. I know a lot of y'all felt frustrated. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Shout out to Adapt. Adapt went crazy. Everybody went crazy in their own way. You know, that's the point of a community. You feel me? It's the point. The point of a community is being together.
Even DDG is having a better reaction to losing his award that he was nominated for, not her at the end of the day, than she is. And at the end of the day, yes, it's an award show. Obviously, you're gonna want to win, but even the people around you that you're sticking up for aren't going to the lengths or even having good reactions to the things that you've been doing. You can say it's PR training, but overall, I think a normal person would just see what India Love did and not want that to happen, especially if she's trying to do it representing you. We can see what the normal consensus would be from a streamer like Lacey.
It's still a very fun event. Shout out Cutie for hosting the event. India Love for ruining the event. Yeah, that's pretty much it, you know? So you're
Ruining the event is great. There was a whole bunch of other terrible moments at that event. India Love was not the only bad part. Let's not lie and say that right now.
first initial thought is to run up on a stage, make a scene, and discredit other people? Rakai had a huge year and he deserved to be up there and deserved to win. There's just no need for that. It was just trashy, bro. It was just trashy. It was trashy. It was like just attention-seeking trashy. It's just weird.
Well, I feel like the entire India Love situation was very weird and people are going to look at her as an oddball going forward. I feel like this is something that the Streamer Awards or anybody who was helping with it could not predict. They could predict that India Love was going to run up on stage and do what she did, and they went to great lengths after she did it to stop it from
It was just ghetto. This is some Section 8 housing activity like that she was doing right there. Like I don't. It's the problem is that people they already don't think highly of India ever since DDG's ball show thing. So some people gonna think this is falling right in line with her character, and that's a sad thing to see because India Love, she just doesn't need to be this way. It doesn't need to be this way. That's all I'm gonna say.
happening again by kicking her out of the award show. But they definitely could predict where the jokes that were going to be made because they had to be run over by somebody or somebody had to approve these things that were going to be said. And let me just tell you, most of these jokes during the Streamer Awards were interesting at best and some of the most awkward inducing weird moments I've ever seen. And a specific one that's getting a lot of traction is the jokes that they made about Kai Cenat.
Achievements. We've got another record breaker here tonight too. Kai Cenat.
See, this was problem number one. You had FanFan on there. FanFan's humor is very edgy, very dark, and it doesn't translate well into this situation. Yes, you make jokes and roast people in this situation. That's what happens at other award shows. But the way she goes about it, it doesn't translate well into real life. This is not her humor does not translate well into real life, face to face type of thing.
This year, as everyone knows, you broke the record for the most expensive haircut and the least educational university. So congratulations to you. Oh, and also,
I know Kai wanted to curse her out right there. This man spent all this money on Streamer University, trying to help all these people out, this, and that, and you out here bashing it, even if it's a roast. I know he's like, man, this out here playing with my name right now.
congrats on your new documentary with 50 Cent. That was you, right?
Now, obviously, this is an award show, not just any.
That was a terrible joke. That was a terrible joke. It was It's either, I mean, the delivery didn't land. The delivery wasn't right and it didn't really land, bro. I feel like that's it. Cause people make that joke all the time, but again, it's like it depends on the timing and the setting also factors into the joke, and it just didn't land, just didn't wasn't executed correctly, in my opinion.
Award show, but an award show with content creators who make jokes on stream all the time, and some of them can tend to go a little bit too far and end up even being funny to the point of being recognized as all-time memes or places on the internet. This joke right here is not only none of that, but also not even that funny of a joke to begin with. These several ones that she made before even comparing Kai to Diddy Combs was saying that his streamer university was the least educational university in the world, and basically calling his mafia-thon a trip to get one of the most expensive haircuts possible. Which those two, I guess you can put aside because they're not really that crazy. But comparing Kai to Diddy is something that a lot of people have already had issues with and find very weird. And probably even Kai himself. Because while he's just trying to have fun and streaming, be compared to someone like Diddy Combs,
And don't nobody want to be compared to Diddy at all. At all.
who was in jail, locked up for a plethora of bad things, is probably not something you want on yourself. And obviously, not just me having a problem with this, but other people online, and even someone who was actually
And also the documentary didn't just come out on Netflix. Everybody is now hit with some like re-acknowledgement of all the bad things he just did and all the and everything, and she comes on here and makes that joke. It makes it like even worse.
after Streamer Wars, that being Ty Lil, wanted to speak out and say something about the weird joke that Fan made.
If you all gonna be on the mic, now turn this mic, now turn it on, turn it on. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny. If you all gonna be on the mic making jokes, at least let it be funny.
I thought it was.
Have a good night.
Now we're in the same.
See, bro, it's like I respect Tylo for doing that for his mans, bro, sticking up for his man. He saw the BS and he stuck up for him. But at the same time, he also made the vibe even more awkward, bro. It's respect, but it's like also like the con is like it made it more awkward. But I could see like, hey, you standing up for him, and that's respectable. It came at the cost of coming up making things more awkward, but it is, I could respect that.
Same situation as we had with India Love, a little bit different, basically the same premise though, where Tyler was out here calling out Fan, but in doing so is disrupting the entire event, causing it to go to a complete halt in order to tell her that the joke that she made wasn't funny, and even some of the previous ones, which I didn't show, were on the same level as that. Well, again, this isn't the same exact situation as India Love, where she's coming up and discrediting someone who actually won an award. I feel like it's still pretty odd to do this in the middle of the event, because at the end of the day, these are all content creators, these are all streamers, these are all people that work on the internet. They know that these clips are going out and they will have a chance to react to it and say their opinions after the event is over. You don't need to do it during it. Even Kai showed his displeasure.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying like it's the timing. It made things more awkward. Like I respect him for sticking up, but it's like the timing and the place, bro. It just made things more awkward than it had to be. It just did, bro. It just did.
Without actually sitting here and interrupting the event. No, I feel like he is justified calling out the weird joke that Fan made. Doing it in this fashion doesn't help anybody. It just makes everything a lot worse for everyone involved in this situation. And unfortunately, it allows for other streamers to call out the stuff that Tylo did as a whole to make it seem like the jokes that were being said weren't that serious. That this is an entire content creator event and people are being way too sensitive about what's being said. At least that's what this current streamer had to say about what happened.
Stupid.
I mean, but okay, I saw this, bro. I feel like the Poggers and the WNL, they were slowly coming together, slowly kind of being united as one. Now is this basically destroyed any progress? They're gonna be more separated. Look, the Poggers, they gon' see the WNL and they gon' look at them with disgust. They gonna see, oh, this how they come in. Look at this award show. They acting like this, and that. All these big WNL people, yeah, it's going to also just divide us even more. It's gonna divide them even more. The whites and the black, Asians and yeah, they all getting divided.
These people are stupid. These people are stupid. They can't take jokes, man. They're streamers, okay? These guys are streamers. Get out of the streaming space if you can't handle it. Oh my God. Chat roast us every day, and these young kids can't take a goddamn joke. That is streamers should be the biggest people. I mean, we should be able to take the jokes the most because we deal with it every day. If you can't take a joke, get the out of here, you loser, you loser. If you're gonna be crying because I called you a loser for that, get out of my face.
That's because they are comparing him to someone like.
Just no, the thing is, it's different humors, bro. This every streamer has different type of chats. The chat reflects the streamer. They all have different humor. You're not the people in Valkyrie's chat. They seem to be some of the softest people on the internet. Their humor that they find is not going to be the same as Fan's humor, which she does this edgy, dark joke thing. It's gonna be two polar opposites. That's the thing. Like streamers, they have different signs of humor, and you're bringing all the streamers into one place, all these different humors. It's not gonna go well. Something's bound to happen. Something bad's about to happen because the humor is not the same for everybody, especially on the when you when have a pogger interacting with a WNL person. Like those white people humor and the black people humor is two different types of humors that is not gonna go well.
Diddy Combs. I don't think people understand how crazy his rap sheet is of the terrible things that he has done. If you're comparing him to another streamer or even another big name celebrity like Kevin Hart, I doubt he would care. But you're comparing him to someone who has been committed of doing all types of heinous things. Yes, I would also be upset. Even if people on the internet are doing the same thing, who's to say he is happy about that? And Kai hasn't streamed since that.
And Kai can't do nothing about it. Remember, Kai seemed like he's trying to break into Hollywood. He's trying to act. And he PR trained. He can't send them too crazy, too wild. Like I feel like pre 2023 Kai Cenat probably would have went off and said something, just like Ty Lil. But now it's like, especially older, and he got a PR train, and he has so much on his plate. It's like I'm just gonna have to take it on the chin, and he just made that face.
Situation has happened, so we don't even know if he would ban people from his chat or even allow his own community to say these things about him. It's obvious by watching the clip that it was an awkward moment. These streamers are okay with people joking all the time because it's their main job and the way that they entertain people, but you can decide which jokes go too far and which jokes you don't like by how you interact with them and how you go about doing certain things. And there were even other jokes that were being made that people felt were very questionable, directed at Hassan along with FaZe Clan.
We're right there with Rage. Rage, I had a quick question. What's your favorite color on the pride flag?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes!
Yes. Yes.
Rakai? It's a test, Rakai! Have you learned nothing? Don't answer it! Take his mic. Take his mic. What? He's learned his lesson. He's not allowed to answer that.
All right, let's keep going this way. The homophobic table! Woo! Or was it misogynistic? I don't remember. Jason, Sakura, the internet's favorite couple, hi, and their short gay son, Ron.
Now again, as I said, most of these jokes are interesting and leaning toward the stage of awkward, the millisecond that everybody goes silent and realizes that none of this stuff is actually that funny, which is pretty interesting because they're in a room full of content creators whose entire job is entertaining people on the internet on a consistent basis. But at the end of the day, I can understand most of these things are supposed to be jokes. And a lot of these people that are put in these situations, if they didn't want to be, are just going to probably react like Rage or say nothing like Rakai or just have a face like Kai himself and try their best to just laugh it off and keep this whole thing going. But I assume a bunch of people in the crowd or even online were talking about how annoying and how bad the jokes were getting, to the point where Cutie herself had to address them.
All right, it feels like we're getting loose. We're warming up. We're having a good time. And I just want to remind you guys that everything we say tonight is a joke, okay? Especially after some of you talk to Fan. I know
The humor is different. Like I said, this white people humor is not going to translate over like that.
that people are gonna take moments from tonight and clip them out of context and make it look like there's drama and that always happens, but I would never set you guys up for something like that.
Understandably, she had to address it because it was not like it's just me and Ty Lil that were getting upset. And I want y'all to know, I'm not clipping these jokes out of context. I promise you, there was no real context I could add to any of those jokes. They just randomly were walking around saying these things to people as they saw them going by. And I don't want to make it seem like there's actual hate, but there definitely was a disdain for this year's jokes and things that were being said by by Fan along with Cutie because it just was not hitting at all. And even people watching from home, like me, like you, if you were watching the Streamer Wars, had an issue with it. And along with people like Jinxie, who were calling out how apparently last
And I mean, I was watching boxing.
year's whole segment with Sketch was way better than what we have going on with Fan and QT right now.
Oh my God, next.
Anyway,
next,
speaking
next,
of Streamer
next.
University,
Come on,
we do
stop
have
it.
alumni here.
No, Sketch actually was a great person. You need someone to do this. Is you need a quick-witted, funny person to pull this off. And Sketch is a person that fits that description. I guess they couldn't run it back this year, or they didn't want to run it back again. But someone like that, bro, like QT, it's not QT, Fan, it's just not gonna work.
It's getting bad.
And Tota, wait, where? Tota?
I'm gonna be honest, shout out to her. She seems awesome. Sketch did way better last year, bro. And he was in and out of it. He was really Sketch did way better.
We're gonna speak
But shout out to her though.
Great, how are you? I'm a little
Yeah.
drunk right now.
I actually, I told Marcus a joke that I was gonna do with Ray and Vika, and he said he was gonna steal it.
I really wanted to show that so y'all can understand how bad these jokes are really hitting. It's not just me hating, it's not just Ty Lo hating, it's not just the internet hating. People all across the world are genuinely surprised of how bad this performance was when it came to these jokes. Again, being outright weird and awkward at times to at bare minimum pretty interesting, and at the very lowest bar of what you could actually even call what a joke is. Outside of that though, along with the whole India situation, the Streamer Awards actually wasn't that bad, and the nominees that won definitely deserved it because of how much hard work they have been putting in throughout this entire year. And Cutie Cinderella, surprisingly with all the technical difficulties and even some of the stuff I just showed y'all here that went down, it was actually still a pretty good award show, and I'm happy that it turned out as well as it possibly could. I don't want to make this video to hate on the Streamer.
But the thing is that bad parts is the only thing that got highlighted. That was the only thing that got highlighted. So it might have been overall, but on Twitter, all you seeing is the bad jokes, the drama, the Diddy, the Kaisa, all that, bro. So it's like, yeesh, optics aren't looking good.
Awards or to hate on QT Cinderella, but obviously I'm gonna talk about the drama that happens, and that will come with a bit of hate for certain things that happen at the award show. But overall, it was actually a pretty nice event, and if you missed out on it, definitely go look up the clip so you can see some more interesting moments from said award show. But at the end of the day, that is just how I feel. If you want to tell me how you feel, the best way to do it in the comment section down below, because this video is unfortunately over. But if you did enjoy this video, maybe consider giving it a like. If you enjoy content like this, then maybe consider subscribing.
Yeah, this gonna divide Twitch again. This gonna divide Twitch again for sure. Well, not maybe divide, but it's definitely gonna halt the momentum of togetherness that these people are kind of been showing recently. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. That's about it.